Greetings, people of the internet, it is I, IceShadow01, and welcome to one of my other shitty commentary videos. It's kinda interesting for me to go by again. Now, who here hates AAA game companies? Because I do, and I got shit to say about them. But the thing is though, both EA and Rockstar Games are gonna have to wait in line, as this is something else that I needed to talk about. And the thing of it is that YouTuber on top of YouTuber on top of YouTuber has been talking about this game as time has been passing by. Some people that are inside of this video are wondering, hey Ice, what are you talking about? What game company are you talking about? What kind of video game are you talking about? Well, one, it's Ubisoft, and two, it's the first Crew game. Now before I start talking about my crap, we need to go and rewind in time back into December 14th, 2023, when Ubisoft has released a statement about the first Crew game. And what it reads in here, in December 2014, we launched The Crew, our beloved first game of the franchise and one of the most ambitious racing games of its time. 9 years later, the third entry of the franchise is live with the Crew Motorfest, bringing Hawaii to our players. We are extremely proud and thankful of how far we have came, together with a bustling and passionate community, and today we wish to share an update on the status of The Crew 1. Today, The Crew 1, including all its editions and virtual currency packs, will be delisted from all online stores. The game will remain playable until March 31st of 2024. For all the Crew owners, after this date, the servers will shut down, which means that the game will not be accessible to anyone on any platform. This including PC, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Amazon Luna, and Ubisoft Plus. Now take these two videos as an example, but people have been playing this game and making videos for months, maybe even less before the servers shut down, where people are experiencing the last few moments before the game actually is over. Now I mean, fair enough, there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna miss this game while it's delisted and disappears into a void. Now be as it may, when it comes to owning a digital copy of the game, it's pretty much the same way as owning the physical one. Once you have it, it should be yours to keep and probably yours to play at some point. Another thing to point out is that you would have thought Ubisoft would allow Ivory Tower to make an offline patch for this game, so that way people would be able to play this game regardless of the server shutting down. But that hasn't happened, and we'll get to that sooner enough. For now, we need to read through the rest of the news post. We understand this may be disappointing for players still enjoying the game, but it has become a necessity due to an upcoming server infrastructure and licensing constraints. Decommissioning a game, and especially our first one, is not something we take lightly. Our goal remains to provide the best action-driving gameplay experience for players and to deliver on it. We are continuing to provide new content and support for The Crew 2 and the recently launched The Crew Motorfest. Players who ordered The Crew recently can check the refund policy of the stores of their purchase if they wish to receive a refund. The Ubisoft Store refund policy can be found here. Now, if you were one of the few people that bought the game as of recent at the time before the server shut down, you probably would have thought you got the refund while the server shut down, or maybe even after. However, that didn't lie to be the case. And to be honest, this wasn't the first time Ubisoft has done some shady shit. There is a news post that stated out inside a PC Gamer, Ubisoft to pull online from older games, which also takes away your DLC. With this list of games, starting from Anno 2070 all the way down to Splinter Cell Blacklist. Of course, there was a news post where Ubisoft was gonna fix this shit, and they should have done the same thing for The Crew 1, but the most unhinged thing that lies to be the case is they didn't do that for The Crew 1. And mind you, this is not only about the DLC, this is mainly for the game as a whole, considering the fact that the first Crew game is online only. So instead of fixing everything, there was only one solution that Ubisoft had. After delisting and decommissioning the game, these news posts were an example as to what Ubisoft later on did afterwards, which ties in of course to Ubisoft committing one crime: fraud. For those who recently bought the game, Ubisoft has ripped off those people, removing the licensing, and the game is no longer refundable at most cases. Not only that, but it is deemed unplayable inside of your libraries, whether it is on Steam, Epic Games, or Ubisoft Plus. And this action alone has angered from hundreds to thousands to maybe even millions of players around the world. It got to a point where one individual named Ross Scott, who is better known as Accursed Farms, creator of the Freeman's Mind series, is pushing a war for video game preservation. This is in regards to either petitions or even lawsuits. And as far as I know, there's a lot of people that are joining in on the same bandwagon that is going into the same war front. So with that being said, to those individuals that are going on the same pathway, I wish you all the very best of luck. But if there's one thing I do have to say about all of this, it would be in simplicity. Ubisoft, you fucked up. Because of how you decided to run the business of making video games, it's what made a lot of people pissed off at you as of recent. And what you did for this game should have no due diligence of being justifiable. And with that, I mean removing the game from people's libraries and not being able to refund them digitally, whether it's on Steam, Epic Games, or even on your gaming site. Yeah, sure, I never played the first Crew game, but even I could be pissed off about this shit. And you say that you actually care for your gaming community. Well, do. Now, this battle has officially started since January 18th, 2024, after Accursed Farms uploaded his video about this whole entire thing. So, still, regardless, I wish you the very best of luck, Ross. But with this being said, there's probably going to be a lot of shit that goes down later on in the future. The only thing that we have to do is wait and let time tell for us. But with that being said though, my name is iShadow01. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. And with that being said, I shall see you in another video.